All right. Hello. I am back with episode number 28, guest number 11, my friend Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For being on the show. We're going to get into her story in a minute, but I just wanted to give you a little background on how we know each other. And then we're going to talk about adversity and any stories you have to share.
Sounds good.
So Michelle and I are my son Braden and her daughter Mika, kindergarten, right? Started in kinder.
In third grade now.
Third grade.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah. So 4 years ago during pandemic, we were room moms.
We were room
Right?
moms and then room moms again in first.
Yes. Yep.
And then that's it. They got
Yeah.
split up, but
Still playground buddies, probably. Yeah.
Braden's a good boy.
Yes.
Mika approves.
And Mika has the best smile ever. Her smile is literally like, she's so cute.
Yeah, she knows it too.
She knows how to work it.
Which is a problem.
Hey, smiles make the world go round.
Yeah.
So we are here. Thank you for being my 11th guest.
Thank you.
11 is my lucky number.
Oh,
And I've always loved it. That was my number growing up. So I just got chills actually. I have like 11, you know.
Okay, good. So we got good vibes today.
Good vibes. I think it's actually really cool that we're in Blackhawk Plaza, which is because it's like our community. This is where we're always running around.
This
right?
is the hub
with the kids.
It's also very windy outside. So
very windy.
We had to switch it up.
Yeah, but we're blocked from it. Yes. Okay, so Michelle actually reached out to me because I'm going around the world going, friends, family, please share your stories. And then when Michelle reached out to me, and you said you have a story to share, and I know very little, but I'm just going to let you kind of dive into it.
Yeah. So
and I'm going to move this camera up a little tiny bit because we roll with the flow here. Okay. Take it away.
So it's October. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I thought, what better timing to tell my story that I've kind of kept, within family, close friends, not something that I posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd give myself and people the opportunity to maybe learn something new, maybe give them some knowledge, give them a push that they need, or just some hope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was diagnosed with a BRCA1 mutation, which means I have an 80% chance of developing breast cancer. So it's basically not an if, it's a when. And then a 40% chance of ovarian cancer, which is pretty scary because general population for breast is like 8%. And ovarian cancer is like under 1%. So having 40% is pretty crazy. And by the time symptoms show up for ovarian cancer, it's pretty much in the last stages. So it's pretty scary. And I found that out because my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2015. It was like a big shock to our family.
Yeah.
It's really hard. She had just turned 60, healthy overall. And it was just like, boom. So because she's Jewish, which by the way, in the Jewish population, you have a 1 in 40 chance of having the BRCA1 mutation.
I just read that.
Really?
Because I did some research before that.
Yeah.
Ashkenaz. And
yes.
Like, is it 10 times more likely or something?
Yes. So you'll exactly. It's 1 in 400 and within the world, and then 1 in 40 for Ashkenazi Jews, which is pretty crazy statistics, but so pretty common.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, still like a big shock to us. And so
that was 2015 with your mom.
2015.
Yeah. Okay.
So when my mom was diagnosed, they had her do genetic testing because she actually was diagnosed with the most aggressive kind of breast cancer, which is triple negative, which is very common for the mutation genes
it comes
to develop.
Yes. Yeah.
So because she was Jewish, because she had this type of cancer, they had her genetic test. She came back BRCA1 positive. They said, do you have any children? Yes.
You have a 50% chance of getting it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And
those odds are good. I win the lotto with all the bad odds every time.
So you got tested?
I got tested
And what year was this?
July in 2015. So my mom was diagnosed back in February. It all moved very
Really quick.
quickly. Once I was diagnosed, I basically fell on the floor, literally, because
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy. I have a small daughter. This is before Mika. I just had Tolly. It was just a lot to process between
With
my
your
mom getting
mom.
cancer and me finding out this news,
And being a new mom.
being a new mom, knowing I have a girl, right? Because it's worse.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Because this affects more so the girls. Yes, if you're a male, you can still develop breast cancer, by the way, and prostate cancer. But for women, it's breast, ovarian, and for both genders, higher risk for melanoma, pancreatic cancer,
so it's
women uterine cancer. It's like
door.
Yeah, it's basically
I didn't know that.
you're a walking time bomb. So once I processed all the info, I went in and spoke with an oncologist, a geneticist. They kind of gave me my risk evaluation.
Yeah.
I want to move back a little bit and say that my great grandma, which we knew, died at 40 of ovarian cancer, but we never put two and two together, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like here to basically tell people that it's so important to know your family medical history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we could have maybe known something was up in our genes for somebody so early to die of ovarian cancer, right? It's rare, it shouldn't happen.
You're extremely right that you can get the testing done early, knowing your family history.
Right. If you have that family history. I mean, I don't recommend everybody getting tested for like genetic mutations and disorders and stuff like that, because why open up that can of worms? But on the flip side, knowledge is power.
Yes. Something I just listened to when I was kind of just prepping a little bit for the interview to know a little bit. The flip side, which you just said, and we'll go back to your story, but just know a lot of anxiety. So like the 50% chance, maybe you don't, and it causes anxiety, but maybe you do. So there's the psychological effects,
Right.
Not just the physical.
It's a fight within yourself. Like, what's better? Like I have family members that I've discussed this with. They'd rather not know. And that's fine. But for me, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to take action.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that was important because it's not just about me. It's about my children. It's about my husband. It's about my parents. And I just want to stick around. So for me, knowing it and then being able to take steps going forward was really important for me.
So take me back to that. You're getting, and if I ask too many details, don't just let me know. But you're there. You said you kind of fell to the floor.
Yeah, when I was given the results, it was just like head spinning. I remember gripping onto my husband for like weeks at nighttime, just like crying, thinking, like, I'm gonna die. What am I gonna do? And I know this is like a very common thing when you get diagnosed, like you go through a mourning situation, because it hits you hard and
you feel mortality.
Yes, you feel mortal. You really feel the mortality, exactly, just like that. And so, but I said, you know what? Let's not freak out. Let's meet with the experts. I met with the original medical team.
Yeah.
It was like a breast oncologist. I didn't really like her, the first one I met with. This was before Mika. I was not pregnant. This was in July. I met with her and she said, I want to have another child.
Yeah.
But she told me, I suggest you getting your breasts removed before you have another child. And I said, but I would like to breastfeed.
Yeah.
I breastfed my first. I'd like to breastfeed.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't recommend that. You're pretty high risk. Okay. I think you should remove your breasts first and then think about pregnancy, because during pregnancy, it could aggravate the breast cancer, which is true. I have a very good friend who at 29, she has the BRCA1 mutation. She developed breast cancer while pregnant. with her child. So, you know,
It's all these like, but
yes,
here's the odds, but I don't recommend it. But and you're
Right.
like, what do you do?
but you know what? I went home, I talked to my husband and I
Yeah.
said, this is what they're saying to me.
Yeah.
What do we do? He's all, that's insane. I mean, Ben's a chill guy.
He's very chill.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's like Ryan. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the.
yeah,
They're like the.
yeah, please eat that.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So,
Bless
right?
God bless them.
Right?
God bless you guys.
Yes, thank
Because
you.
we know you're gonna watch. So we love
Uh-huh.
you. Thanks for being calm.
So he said, let's have a baby. Literally, I went the next day, got what are they called?
Ovulation
Yes.
test.
Thank you.
Ovulation test.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Not a pregnancy test.
I won't
See
go
if you're
into the details
see
on
if
how
you're
that
dropping
happened.
eggs.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you guys lit some candles, and here we are.
Ben really wanted to try for a while. It didn't happen. I got pregnant pretty quickly, which I'll say is like the one thing that I was like blessed with.
You wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
Quick, yeah.
And it happened. I was pregnant with Mika within like 3 weeks.
Oh my God. Oh, that's
Literally
great.
found out. And then August 1st, positive pregnancy test. So, but that was very scary.
Because you just had the conversation in July.
Yeah. And
Or-
being pregnant, and having all the body changes, right? And knowing what the oncologist told me, knowing people's histories on what's happened while they've gotten pregnant is very scary. So it was a very intense pregnancy, like as far as monitoring goes. I think I'd go in every month to get breast ultrasounds.
Oh, just seeing what's happening. Oh, because right. To watch if it
Anything.
And you're
So,
like
like,
friend.
and things change. And so feel, if you feel something, I was running in to the doctor because I was scared. But anyway, had Mika, healthy pregnancy, healthy Mika.
So cute. Smiling.
Yes. Good.
With the dimples.
Yes.
Stop.
Born with dimples.
Gosh.
And then I had to like go through the breastfeeding, right? And then I had to make a plan.
Okay, so this is like 2000, like she's she's
so beginning of end of 2016. So she was born in April, and like around December, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to start my first like plan of action to reduce my risk, and I made an appointment to get my tubes taken out.
Okay,
because there's a lot of research that ovarian cancer actually starts in the fallopian tubes.
Okay, did not know that.
And so I found a wonderful gynecological oncologist in Stanford, Dr. Kram.
Nice.
And January, I had my tubes out.
Okay.
And that was my first step. So basically, I infertilized myself.
Now, is that different than tubes tied?
It is. Because
so tied's different. You're removing
you're removing them completely. They do say that when you tie, it
that
can
helps too.
Right? Yeah. Because it's the eggs that go through that can develop.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Abnormalities and stuff like that.
Tying's like really good, but taking them out even better.
Yes. With and there's actually an ongoing study happening as we speak, whether or not removing the tubes is sufficient. Because for BRCA1, the recommendation is to remove your ovaries between 35 and 40 years old. I just turned 40 last month.
Happy birthday.
They're still in. Thank you. I still have my ovaries because removing your ovaries has its own plethora of
menopause and
surgical menopause, bone health, heart health, brain health. It's scary.
So connected.
Ovarian cancer, dementia. I don't know. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I just met up with my oncologist again, and he's like, "Okay, Michelle, you just turned 40. I think it's time." So we'll get to this part. I'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
So tubes out in 2017, breastfed Mika.
That's great that you're able to do that.
Yes, for 2 years. Yep, for 2 years, even though, still panicky, but less panicky.
Yeah.
I'm already living with the situation for a few years. And
once it's hard to get that those thoughts out of your mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then I said to my family, I said, I think I'm getting a double mastectomy. I'm gonna plan to wean Mika. And then you have to like not breastfeed for a certain amount of time because the milk needs to completely dry out before you can have a surgery. Because that involves its own
it
infection.
stays in there for a little.
It does. I think I had to wait maybe like 6 months.
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
So December 2018, I had my preventive double mastectomy.
Oh my gosh. And okay,
I had a 2-year-old Mika and a 4.5-year-old Tali at home. So leading up to my surgery, it was kind of sad because I was mourning the loss of something that gave my children life. I know that sounds really wild.
No, I having breastfed twice.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's amazing.
I breastfed collectively like 4.5 years between the two girls, like extended breastfeeding where people were like, okay, it's enough.
You're like, I'm fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
But thanks for your input.
But like it was so hard to let go of something that gave my children life. As funny as that sounds.
No, I don't think and all those moments, I mean, staring, it's the staring and it's just it
was like getting rid of the bond, like the connection that we had shared. But
although you still have, it's like, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So, getting ready for the surgery was tough in that sense, but I knew I was ready. Like I just felt I was ready. I knew I was ready. I had met some friends like in the BRCA community that supported me and were like all for it. I did not get that support from my mom, who's super old school, and actually she herself, even though had breast cancer, did not have a mastectomy. She only chose to do a lumpectomy. Listen, every person decides their body for themselves. I was not happy about her decision, but it's her body. It's her decision to make. And it's my body to make the decision to do that.
So was she worried about the surgery?
She was worried about the complications of the surgery.
And like being under anesthesia and stuff.
All the things, right? And like what's going to happen after your body's going to be butchered. Which is like an old way of thinking. But a long way cosmetically.
Yeah. It's like they grew up with different
totally different.
Yeah.
And Ben was supportive. He was nervous, but Ben said, will this make you feel better? Will this calm your stress? Will this make you enjoy your life? And I said, I think so. And he said, then do it. So he took the girls with my dad. I had 10 days to recover at home with my mom, who fed me soup and all that stuff, because like you're immobile, like the removal, and then they put what's called an expander, which is a temporary implant, and they have to put that in you, and then you go in every few weeks to fill them with like a very thick needle that's filled with saline, and they gradually the drain. The worst. The drains were the worst part. I'd show pictures, but
I've just seen some surgery shows where I'm just like,
I had the drains, I had the lumpy expanders, I had the whole nine. It was a tough like recovery, but looking back, I'm like, you know what? I would do it again and again and again to have the mindset of
the relief.
Yes.
So the relief. So if anyone out there is maybe watching this or knows,
I say absolutely do it if you're healthy, if you feel like you have a good support system at home, because all these things matter.
You need a village to help you.
You need a village, because you don't want to dig yourself into a dark hole, because when you come out of surgery, you're going to look different and you're going to feel different. So you need to have that support to keep you positive, right? So there was a lot of things that I couldn't do for a good 2 to 3 weeks, and actually recovery is up to 6 months. But, I had my mom, as non-happy as she was, but at the end of the day,
she's like, no, eat the soup. I'm frustrated.
Eat the, and she was great.
Agree to disagree, and what do you need, and how can I help you shower? That's what moms do.
And very little people knew that I did this. Because
you're very open. Like I feel like our friendship, I was but some things you don't want to shout from the
Right.
rooftops. Right?
It's not something I posted on Facebook, although I have friends in the BRCA community that I met. They're like post it and share it, and that's great and that's wonderful, and I appreciate them. But I did it because I had a stigma too, maybe culture from where I'm from. Like, for example, I did only my immediate family knew.
Okay.
Ben's family didn't know. Only my close friends knew. Extended friends didn't know. I just felt like I needed to recover and keep it tight knit.
Yeah.
And then maybe start sharing,
See,
but still not on social media.
Because actually, I've learned through therapy, your life is no one's business.
Absolutely.
You don't have to tell anyone anything. If you
don't
do,
know, yeah,
great.
absolutely.
So the fact that you're even sharing, that's what I'm saying. When anyone contacts me, he's like,
Yeah.
Sure, I'm like,
yeah,
you know how brave that, because
yeah,
you're being vulnerable, and
yeah.
it's a very traumatic thing that happened.
It is. It's a big body shock. It's a big mental shock. It's like, it's a lot of changes, right? So, then in April, after I got all my fills, I had what's called an exchange surgery. So they take out your temporary implants and put in your permanent ones.
Sure.
Then I had a revision that October of 2019. So between finding out I had BRCA and like now, I've had 4 surgeries for my BRCA.
Wow. 4.
Just yeah. So like maybe 10 to 11 hours on the operating table for BRCA.
Really hard when you have kids.
Yeah. It was hard. But
you're
will
glad you
say
did it.
I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful that I have this information, because there's women who develop breast cancer and didn't have the opportunity to take the preventive. And I feel so bad for them. And
maybe if they see this,
if somebody has like a strong family history, like breast cancer runs in the family, or ovarian or pancreatic or melanoma, like dig deeper, find out what's going on, because knowledge is power. And there's just so many resources out there now to stay healthy. And they're even like, I even read an article, like they're potentially developing a vaccine to like stop ovarian cancer, and like, things are happening.
Big things.
Things are happening. Sure. So I hope for when my kids test, we don't know their status.
Sure.
And I'm not ready for that. So we'll wait till whenever they want to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force it upon them, but when they turn 18, I'll let them know, listen, this is the situation.
Yeah. And give you, like, because you want women to have this information.
Right.
Your young daughters will be young women.
Yeah.
And gosh, the technology by then.
Yeah.
They'll be even able to do more. Probably,
right.
With the knowledge.
And people ask, well, are you sad or scared that you have 2 daughters and they could potentially have this? Yes and no, because I'm so hopeful that there's going to be just like breakthroughs in the next 20 years when they need to make big decisions. Especially with AI able to read all the data now. Yeah. Like the diagnosis is just, all sorts of advancements are going to be there. Wow. You know, it's funny because I remember when I was room mom with you during, was it 1st grade? Yeah. You were in pain from, and always pain. You were like, hey guys, like and I was like, I don't know if you'd come out and said it, but I was like, okay, there must be something. I mentioned you said something. Yeah. I try to be as transparent as possible. I think, yes, the pain. You have. So I have random pains. I do have this side, and I think it's still what I told you. Yeah. But I have the implant like twisted, and so it like has like not a sharp edge, but like something. Yes, and so I physically feel it, and it's not a good feeling. But I'm just not ready to have surgery to fix that, because I needed to give my body. Yeah, that would be number 5. Some break. Yeah. You just want to chill for a sec. I want to chill for a bit. Chill. Yeah. Yes. So, and I'm going to kind of jump around, but and how are you doing today? Like, other than random pain sometimes? Like physically? Totally fine. Physically fine. Just great. To a workout class where I'm doing crazy, like you know, all the things and the stretches and the moves and fine.
Good.
You
That's
know,
great.
life goes on. You can have a double mastectomy and
still do
and
workouts,
be
dance.
normal and not be butchered like some people may think.
Yeah, because that's a fear, right?
It's a fear.
Sure.
It's a fear, and it's a valid fear. And I was worried because I was part of a group where people discussed their process and stuff like that. And, you know, people, I guess, only post when something bad happens. So it was like every post, complication, complication, complication. I had to remove them, infection, like, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm making a permanent decision. What am I doing? Am I making a good decision? But thankfully, I had a pretty, besides this twisting of situation, I healed good.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
And would you recommend, did you get recommendations on which surgeons to go to and stuff?
Yes, like did my research. I found a really good, so you have to have a breast surgeon and a plastic surgeon all in one. So
I didn't know that.
It's 2 doctors.
That was just great.
And one removes all the stuff. So the tissue, the nerves.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I feel nothing. So like sometimes I'll wake up with a random scratch or a bruise and I'm like, well,
you didn't, because you can't see.
No. And that's another thing, you know, to lose. But listen,
you got other parts.
Yes. Yes. And you know what? At the end of the day, I lowered my risk from 80% to like 2%.
Oh my God.
Which is lower than general population at this point. So wow. I'll take it.
So with that lowered percentage, now look at your inner peace-o-meter is like absolutely right.
Way up.
It goes way up. Right?
There can be months go by where I don't think about this. I mean, what else?
Wow.
What else can I ask for? Although now I'm thinking about it again because I just turned 40 and it's been in my head that by 40 you have to remove your ovaries. So I think next summer
that might be
that step is happening. And it's just something that I have to do because ovarian cancer is scary. I'm at the age my great grandma passed away, kind of freaky.
Yeah. So it's,
I don't want to take any risks. And ovarian cancer is nasty. And I do monitor for it. There's a test that you can do, a blood test. It's called CA-125. I do that every 6 months and I alternate with an ultrasound. But those are really insignificant and they're not good ways of monitoring whether or not you have.
Now, if you get your ovaries removed, that your risk goes way
down.
Yeah.
Way down. Your risk goes way down. But then menopause.
Other stuff.
Yeah, that stuff. But I will get on estrogen and progesterone patch. And that should regulate things some. And hopefully I can live like a pretty normal life. So I'll take it. And my mom, I haven't told this to her yet that I'm going to do this, but she's going to, you know, her thing is, what else are you going to cut out? Your brain? Is your brain next? You know, like, I mean, I would.
Oh, you're like,
I would. You know why? I'm listening to my doctors and I'm looking at the research and I'm looking at the studies and statistics, and the studies are against me. And I have 2 kids that I want to stick around for. And so I'm listening to these doctors, and it's fine if you don't want to, but the statistics are not in our favor.
Yeah. So, how do you like, if someone out there, like, do you remember what you told yourself or what you tell yourself before a surgery? Kind of like when you're the night before, or like, are you just deep breathing? Because I haven't, the only major times for me is giving birth, but I've never, and I just kind of be like, okay, there's many women who have done this. Okay. Oh, wow, this is scary. But like,
that's what I say. Like, this is a blessing and I'm doing this to stay around.
Yeah.
And there's no other option.
And you keep talking.
And that's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
And then the anesthesiologist comes in and she tells you night night, or he, or and then you wake up and you're like,
it's over. It's like that. Yeah.
A relief.
Because it's like,
I can't say that's how I'll feel after my ovaries removed, because getting slammed into menopause might have like an actual feeling.
Sure.
But my other surgeries were like, phew.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
this is done with.
Well,
I made it.
and so this podcast is obviously adversity. What you went through is, would you say, probably one of the biggest sources of adversity in your life?
Absolutely. Just between my mom developing breast cancer, that was its own adversity. And then having the reins switch to me, where I had, you know, finding this out too, and then getting pregnant, watching my mom go through chemo, thinking to myself, this could be me one day, and this is so scary, and I feel so bad for my mom, and just like all these emotions, like scared for my mom, scared for me, scared for my children, scared for my pregnancy. Like it was a lot, a lot, a lot. It was
A lot.
yeah. So
And
I would say yes.
But what I will say, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you're able to get through, when you look back on that, doesn't it make, now you're like, excuse my French, you're like, I'm kind of a fucking badass. Like I can kind of get through, like
yeah,
I can get through a lot.
I don't
You-
wanna, yeah, I get it.
That's what
yeah,
you,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we should. You should go.
I don't
I
wanna,
got this.
I don't want to say that because listen, I have, like I said, my good friend.
I think you are.
Thank you. Thank you. But like, I have a very good friend who at 29 was diagnosed during pregnancy after having a baby. She didn't get to enjoy her baby. She was slammed into chemo, slammed into radiation therapy, surgery, all the things. So
really-
I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
But then also like,
You've seen
when my
those-
husband goes and gets like a vaccine or like a cut, or like a friend is like, oh, I have to go. I don't know, whatever.
I
like,
flu
I'm like,
shot.
yeah. I'm like,
You're like,
you're
man.
weak.
Come on,
You're
man.
weak.
You're like, dude.
Yeah.
No, we can actually handle so much more than we think.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't want to say I have a good pain tolerance, because I thought I did at one point, and maybe as I get older, I feel like
It hurts sometimes.
yeah. But yeah, I would do it again and again and again, and maybe some people like think it's a walk in a park, like having this kind of surgery, but you don't know until you go
through it. Yeah.
And you know, before having the surgery, I had like a good friend say, well, at least you'll have perky boobs. And like, she meant well,
It didn't,
but it was hurtful.
It wasn't
because
right.
all I wanted was just to have my body, to keep my body.
You're like, I want my body.
Like, this is not
it's not a bad.
It's
This
not,
is not.
yeah, it's not cosmetic. And if I could, I would keep whatever God gave me. Right?
Of course. Yeah.
So
that's what you would say to yourself. We were talking about like before the surgery, like, okay, like you're in the, like next summer, you'll be like, all right, you'll probably the night before, all right, I got you, you hype yourself up. You're your own coach. Your husband will be hyping you up. Your friends will be texting you. You'll be getting flat. Like you'll have your tribe.
Yes.
Which you need, right?
Yes.
And then psychologically, if someone out there is watching and is like, maybe they are, maybe they just realize, oh yeah, I've got breast cancer all over my family, and oh shit, I should get it, but I'm paralyzed. I don't want to go get the testing, but I want to, but I'm scared. Like, educating yourself. What are things that have helped you go from that decision making?
Yeah, like I said, knowledge to me is power. And the fact that I know that I have this, obviously for somebody who's developed breast cancer, it's a little too late for them.
Yeah.
But know that you're not alone. Know that like there's so many medical advances already.
Yeah.
Maybe having a mastectomy back in the 70s and the 60s, that was brutal. That was probably butchering your body, right? But now you can pretty much feel normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't say anything to somebody with breast that's developed cancer, because I hold them on a completely different level. Like what I went through is irrelevant to what somebody that's developed cancer
Sure.
has gone through.
Sure.
But it's still heavy.
Oh, yeah. It's that phase, right? It's the
Yeah. So I think it's getting, like you said, your tribe, getting a good medical team, relying on your medical team, knowing like statistics, the studies are out there, and taking them seriously, because it doesn't discriminate.
Doesn't matter.
29, 40, my mom was 60. There's some women who never get it, and they're extremely lucky, and it happens. It's rare, but it happens. But I didn't feel like that was something that I wanted to risk, so to speak.
80% is pretty tough. Like if I heard that, I'm like, so schedule the appointment.
Right.
Like having heard if I had all the research that you just told me,
Right.
I'm scared.
You would do it, right?
Yeah.
But there's some people who wouldn't. And so I would use this analogy. If you had an 80% chance of getting on a plane and it crashing, would you get on the plane?
Hell no. I'm not laughing. I'm saying like it's that actually brings it really. I've never thought about
Puts it in perspective.
I've never thought about
yeah. So I didn't want to crash.
Yeah.
You know? And so I'm here. I hope I stay here. There's obviously other cancers. I want to read a little bit of the statistics so like I said, 80% chance for BRCA1 to develop breast, up to 45% chance for ovarian cancer, for BRCA2, which is also a mutation.
There's the 1 and 2.
Yes. BRCA1 is Angelina Jolie.
That's what I was just going to say. I did. I was, yes.
So, and then for BRCA2, 15% chance of ovarian cancer. So way less, but still way higher than the general.
Yeah. And it's a nasty one, you said.
It's a nasty one. We also have chances of melanoma, a very aggressive uterine cancer, peritoneal lining cancer, pancreas. There's like, I mean, every year is like something new. At this point, I just laugh.
Because it's cancer is just,
at this point I just laugh. But and what else did I want to say? So for BRCA1, 35 to 40 is to remove the ovaries, and for breast they recommend, once you are diagnosed, to have that preventive surgery when you find out.
It's wild. And it's like I feel like there's almost, I don't want to say no excuse. It's the amount of knowledge that is out there now, like the ability to, how easy it is for me to create a podcast. Like you could literally go create a podcast, start and just start putting knowledge out. So like literally this will be seen by people.
Yeah.
And this literally will cause someone to consider.
Yeah.
Or what if they even just go, oh, you know what? We've got a history of heart disease. I got to get to the doctor.
Yes, it's
you
so
important. It's not breast cancer, but it's the same thing. You're reminding me.
It's like your medical history is so important. Know it.
Yeah.
Ask the questions. Ask your parents the questions. Know what it's so important.
Yeah.
That's why these things are like, when you go to a doctor and you see the questionnaire,
you're like,
this and that.
Yeah.
Like, take
it seriously. Because then they'll talk to you about it.
Absolutely. But I'll say that I always put that great grandma had ovarian cancer. No one ever flagged me. So
really,
no one ever flagged me. But once my mom was diagnosed, that flag went up.
Yeah. So you have to have a good doctor too.
You have to have a good doctor, definitely. And if you don't have a good doctor, it's so important to be your own advocate. You have to advocate for yourself. It's just like, who else is going to do it?
It's life and death.
Yeah. Who else is going to do it?
It reminds me, we have colon cancer in my family. My grandma died in her 60s. And she, thank you. She, they tell my mom if she would have just had colonoscopies
more often.
Yeah. And so my mom has been getting colonoscopies for 30 years. I get them. I've gotten two.
Good.
And in my mom and me, they find something.
Right.
And then we get it. And guess what? It's out now. Like, but
because
I'm like, holy shit, there was history. Yeah. He's like, it's probably nothing, but I'm like, but there you go. 20 years from now, I'm my grandma.
Yeah.
She dies in her 60s. So it's, I have to get the colonoscopies. And for a while, I was like, I don't want to do that. And we put it off. I'm like, Bree, get over the drinking of the thing. You're doing it. Like, get your ass in there.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad. Now
I could save you.
Yeah.
It could save you. And it's because you know your family
Because
history,
my mom,
right?
yes, because my mom is a very into advocating and reading and
I love
science and
that.
research.
I love that. Your mom's awesome.
She's like
I
a
love
little
your
nerd.
mom. I love
She's
her.
like nerdy chic, GG.
She's cute.
She likes to talk about like medical stuff. But yeah, so it's like, okay, so get the first thing they can do tomorrow, go to your primary care and be like, hey, let's talk family history. That's the best place to
Yeah.
start.
Or
right?
if you're like, you know what? I'm very curious on this and I want to do genetic testing. It's out there too. There's a company called Color. There's it's called Color Genomics.
Yeah.
There's so many other companies where you could literally spit into a tube and
that
get
easy.
tested for like all these mutations, like hundreds of different mutations.
Yeah.
If you are ready for that.
Yeah. If you're ready.
Right?
Right. If you want to have knowledge and then have to take action versus not knowing anything.
Right. And there's
This is
this
public
what happens when you're
podcasting,
Black
low
Hawk
budget.
Plaza.
One day I'll have a studio and we'll look back and you'll be in the studio and I'll be like, remember when we sat there and people
After
just
my burgers are out and my hair's all gray and I look
we'll be like
twice your age.
We'll be like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Huh?
What were we saying?
Genetic testing, color.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody feels like, you know what, they need to know this information and you're ready to know it because you have to be in a sound, you have to be mentally prepared for
to be able to
right?
receive
Because
that.
it's heavy. But like there's obviously so many mutations that may even mean nothing. It may even not like raise your risk or they're not sure yet.
They'll just
But like the tried and true and actually the most studied mutation is BRCA1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the one you can find out. You're gonna get an answer anyway.
And if you have that, you take it very seriously. You take it very seriously because, you know, like I said, getting on that airplane, do you want to crash? Do you want to stick around? What is it? Which one do you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
wow. Thank you for sharing all of that.
Absolutely.
Because I know it's also like it's something traumatic you went through, it's something you struggled with. It's also that's private, that's your body. And so like literally you being vulnerable makes other people go do something like that is good for their health. So like that's a very cool thing.
And at the very least, it's maybe somebody's never even heard of BRCA and they learned something new and interesting.
Totally.
So
that's how you learn, right? It's just like stories from friends of, oh, my friend had my, but if you don't talk about it, nobody knows.
Yeah.
Like,
so this is my social media.
This is your
breakthrough.
There you go. Get tested. If all the things you said.
Know your family medical history.
Yeah.
And if you already have this and you're like not sure what to do, I can tell you with full faith that it's going to be okay.
Yeah. That's it. That's what people ultimately think. Yeah.
Hopefully.
And just with this podcast, like I love that I'm getting to know more of my friends' stories. And like we didn't talk very much about it before. Like we just and I purposely did that because I want to like hear people's stories as everybody is. Yeah. And be like, and then just what questions do I have? And I'm thinking like I would love to put all of your recommendations of the resources in the show notes.
Absolutely.
So it can be like you can go to the links that are tried and trusted.
Oncologist, breast surgeon, where to get tested.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because then some people freeze with all the info, right?
It's a lot. It's a lot of info.
Yeah. And you're so thorough and you're an executor.
Well, I had to be.
You have to, take action.
It's my life. I had to be. So
nobody is going to take care of you if you don't take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Like no one's going to say stand up for yourself. No one's going to say go get your appointments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, my mom will nag me actually.
Yes.
Which is why.
But not every mom's a Gigi.
Totally. But then she'll nag me so much that I'll be like, I'm not going to do it if you keep telling me to do it.
Right. That'll be my kids one day.
Ask me one more time and I'm not doing it.
That will be my kids. Yeah.
Well, and shout out to Ben, your husband too, because you talked about like how calm he is, and like I'm sure having him as a rock and like having your kids to kind of
And he's still, sorry to cut you off, but he's still like, even though I'm always not confident, like with the changes, to him, I'm still like the most beautiful. And it's
he
like,
makes you feel beautiful.
yeah,
That's great.
like it could have gone many ways. And he's always been supportive. And, you know, as feisty as my mom was, she still sent me my soup. And my dad helped Ben watch the kids. And, you know, the kids don't know about this yet.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
No,
They're
right.
little. They're not gonna, it's a lot. But when they grow up,
Yep.
I'll tell them my story. And I hope I don't scare them.
They'll be like, Mom, you didn't miss a beat. You are a badass.
Yeah, well, they know I'm kind of, they know I'm kind of, Mom's kind of crazy.
You're kind of unstoppable. Like, no, welcome to my life.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
be
who we are.
you gotta be
Women.
to get through this world mentally, physically, you have to be a little spicy, I feel like.
Yes.
I don't know.
And
This is my take.
this is what women do. What us moms do. Am I right?
We're mama bears. But we have to be mama bear for yourself, which is getting tested, because everyone else, all the kids are gonna get their appointments, but
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, you can't put yourself to the side.
You can't.
Otherwise, all these other important things like your kids and your husband and your house and all these things around you, they're just not flowing.
And you're not gonna be there.
No.
You have to really take care of yourself.
No.
So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
It's October 18th right now.
And know how to give yourself a checkup,
Yes.
an exam. There's so many resources online.
Yeah.
How to check it. Physical
With
check
like
every month. And know your body. Know your body. Know your body.
Changes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Know your body.
Because they even say at my gynecologist appointments, you know your breasts more. So like, because I'm like, oh, they got it. I don't have to. And I'm like, wait, they don't know what it normally feels like once a year.
Some redness. Get it
Oh,
checked out.
Yeah.
Really. Like
red. Because it's just your body's trying to signal something.
Absolutely. And know your body and know how to give yourself a check. And because it's the most common cancer, obviously, for women, it's treatable in the early stages, which is great.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't want it to get to a point where it's not treatable.
Yeah.
And metastasizes. So.
Yes. Well, Michelle, we talked about when we were going to stop talking, and I was like, we'll just see.
Yeah.
We are at a perfect time, I think.
I love it.
And just to reiterate, again, I'm going to put everything that Michelle has talked about in the show notes, where to get tested, some of her personal tips. We'll talk after the show, just reminders. We'll get all the notes from this. We're going to post some clips from this, sound bites that we're going to get far and wide, so that imagine this just goes and then like 10 people get tested.
I would love that. I would love that.
If someone's like, I just got tested.
I would love that. If even one person said that, like my job is done, right?
Because and think about all those times you were worried and in pain, like now you've come out of it and you're
feel
sharing.
Free, seriously, to ask me questions.
Reach
I'm
out.
Walking encyclopedia. Don't be scared. I actually have a friend who went through cancer just like 6 months ago. She, I got on a call with her. She asked me a whole bunch of questions like about the process, and I just helped her and gave her answers and told her it's going to be okay. Like, yes, it sucks, but it's going to be okay.
Yes.
And she's now past that. She just finished chemo. She's doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about being like a patient advocate or some kind of,
oh gosh,
you
no.
are very like, or something, your personality, you get shit done, you're very empathetic, you like to, I'm just saying, like, you're very like, you find solutions,
I think I'll secretly be an advocate.
Just of your friends.
Yeah.
Anyone
So like if I ever heard a friend or an acquaintance, I would absolutely definitely reach out.
Like,
hey, I know you may not know this, but I've been through this, and if you have any questions, I'm here. Like that's cool. My job.
And that's like paying it forward from your
paying it forward. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all we can do. Am I right?
You're right. That is episode 28. Guest number 11. And by the way, I meant to tell you, beautiful fall color that matches your beautiful brown eyes.
Thank you.
And your earrings.
Love your earrings.
Thank you. These are from India.
I was going to ask.
They're from India.
India. Who went to India?
I went in 2000. 12
Oh
with
my-
with work.
I-
4 kids, like
My
on
God,
a work
they're
trip.
so cute.
They were
They're
like,
fun.
thank you.
I love it. They're so
Well, tune in for more, but clips are coming. This is going live. Actually, it's going to be a little Friday night gift. I can get it live pretty quick, girl.
Oh, okay.
That's how we go. Me and my assistant, myself, and the director, myself, all unpaid.
One day we'll be asking for her autograph.
Remember this.
We will. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. This was amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
We're going to hit. All right. Here we go.
And of course, you're wearing my favorite perfume.
You know what?
You know,
Do you know that I did it on purpose?
did you? Because
I
you
did,
know
I did.
I always